Hey guys, welcome back to Fyko's Ret Pally Raid Guide. This is my part 2 edition. I'm going to be showing you a macro I use to assist me in trash DPS and boss DPS. As you can see, I'm using two different macros that are switching in between two different librams. One macro is to put in my Seal of Cleave, my Seal of Command seal, and equip a libram from the, I think, Heroism badge vendor. It's a really crappy one. Increases Divine Storm damage. The reason I use this for trash is I'm Divine Storming so much, and increased Divine Storm damage helps a lot. Alright, now I'm gonna step into a heroic with you guys. I'm gonna show you some footage of me actually physically DPSing, so you guys can get an idea of my overall raid DPS. In heroics, I'm usually using Seal of Command. This is strictly because there's a lot of ads and I'm cleaving. Heroics, I'm usually doing about 6.5k DPS overall. Now, I want to get into a little bit of a tiff here with some of you guys on the forums and YouTube videos I've been seeing. A lot of you are using Seal of Command for single target DPS, and that's a big no-no when it comes to Ret Paladin DPS. First of all, if you are not expertise capped, Seal of Vengeance gives you 10 expertise with just one glyph for using that. So that is a very, very good boost, and you should always think about this when you're trying to get expertise and hit cap. The reason I'm using Seal of Command right now is I use it for when there's 2 or more mobs. So I can sometimes in bosses, I'll even switch in and out of seals to get more cleave DPS. That's just me. I'm very versatile with my DPS. I have those two macros set up. They do switch in combat, which is actually really good tip for you guys. But it's okay to use Seal of Vengeance the whole fight, or for instances, I just do it because I like seeing big numbers. As you guys can see, me just rocking the DPS here. I'm averaging about 6.5 to 7k running through this trash. There's not a lot of single target DPS in this instance, but I will show you a clip of single target DPS on not the first boss, but the second one, the Kolkar or whatever guy, not the four in between, because you know Ret Pallies have a decent ramp up time with Seal of Vengeance. So I just wanted to clear that up, guys. I don't like seeing Ret Paladins using Seal of Command the whole time. Yeah, it does seem like more DPS, you're not ramping up all this stuff, but in overall, it will be a way higher single target DPS than Seal of Command. And I'm telling you, even if there's a boss where there's 3 targets or 2 targets and you're supposed to kill one, only use Seal of Command. Now I'm skipping past a couple bosses in here. I don't want to bore you guys running just showing you Ret Pally do a heroic. I know it's probably not the most exciting thing, but I'm just showing you guys my DPS. Some people were calling me a bullshitter on my DPS and how I can't reach certain numbers, and Ret Pally DPS really isn't hard. Like, as you can see, in just 5 buttons, that's all I'm pressing. And granted, I'm using Hand of Salve, which most pallies don't do, because I know I'm going to rip thread. As you can see, I've been pulling thread a couple times. See the aggro flash across my screen. No big deal. I put up Hand of Salve, and I reduce my thread. This warrior tank isn't too bad. I mean, I've ran with a lot worse. There's instances where I've actually physically tanked. So, yeah, just clearing up the seal thing. I showed you guys my macro. That's one of my big tips as a Ret Pally DPS running heroics, and even in raids I use it in Ice Crown Trash and all that. Very good way to make your trash DPS look a lot better. If you want to be competitive with the rest of your guild and mages and hunters and feral druids and whatnot, do some pretty competitive AoE DPS. So if you want to compete with them, have some fun, go ahead and try that macro. Just /equip and get both those librams pretty cheap from the badge vendor. And just /cast Seal of Command or /cast Seal of Vengeance. Now remember, single target DPS Seal of Vengeance is always better. I just want to clarify this. No more arguing about this, and I'll show you why in this single target boss I'm coming up to right now. For example, if I did use Seal of Command for this boss, my DPS over 21 seconds would be, I'm guessing, about maybe if I was really lucky, 5k. Now if you see, it's a little bit of ramp up. If you're watching the DPS meters, it starts off a little bit slow, but I just skyrocket. My judges start critting for 10k, my Divine Storm just procs the fuck out of it. This is a single target 21 second parsing DPS. Now my DPS is static. I could keep this and it would probably keep going up the longer the fight maintained. But as you can see, 21 seconds, about 6.5k DPS. Now that's pretty damn good for single target. And, you know, and I have minimal buffs. I have Kings. I don't even have might. He's buffing here. He's shouting commanding. It's just health. The only other benefit I got there was a couple totems, strength of earth, and I'm not sure if you put Wind Fury totem down or not. But anyway, here's some more trash DPS. The rest of the instance is me just kind of, you know, running through Divine Storm and everything and doing some DPS. You'll see that my overall is about 6.5 to 7k. So I'm just showing all those naysayers out there and to prove people that I'm actually doing this DPS, because I was getting people saying that I was bullshitting and all this. So yeah, I'm just showing you guys my DPS. This does go up until the last boss. I'll cut ahead to it so you guys can just see my DPS on it. It is, you know, me getting stunned and everything. Even through that, Seal of Vengeance is ticking through the stuns, so therefore I'm getting more DPS out of it. So thanks for listening, guys. Enjoy the rest of the video, and if you have any questions on my spec or anything, go ahead and armory me, Fyko, US Bleeding Hollow, or just hit me up in game, again, Bleeding Hollow, or just leave some messages and comments. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.